Hello, hello. Testing, testing. One, two, three. Can you hear me? Okay. So now I got your attention. I'm a little late to this Epstein conspiracy stuff going on. But it's causing a lot of issues, and I'm seeing that within Republicans and MAGA as well. And I think it's going to help if I give my perspective on this, because I think a lot of us need to change course in the direction of our thinking. All right. Now I'm going to go out on a limb and give my personal perspective. That way, hopefully, you can digest what I'm saying and compare it to the way that you're thinking. Okay. I have a personal perspective and I have a professional perspective. Now I'm going to give my personal perspective first, because this is going to be me being vulnerable to you. First of all, I have to keep the mind frame that maybe the things that I know, that I think that I know, are incorrect. No matter how much time I've spent investing in it, digesting it, investigating it, it's okay to be wrong. It is okay to be wrong, particularly in a situation like this. Okay. And I think here is the reason why most people are still so stuck on this. Personal perspective. It's not just the amount of time that you spend investigating it. It's not the amount of time that you spent perfectly sure that what you know is correct, but also the amount of time that you've spent showing other people who weren't interested in it to invest in it. Because you also got your evidence, right? Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison. Jeffrey Epstein got arrested for it. He got imprisoned. Now he was, awaiting things, and then he died. Who knows how? Maybe he killed himself. You have to remember that you don't know anything. You can only be so sure because so many things add up. Ghislaine Maxwell adds up. She's in prison because of the convictions. Was it 5 of the 6 convictions? I think I don't have it pulled up. One of them wasn't. And that was the interesting one, because it was like, it wasn't the intent one. Basically, this whole investigation has to do with like this 10-year span, 1994 to 2004. In that 10-year span, only 4 women have come to the stand. Just 4. That's like one every 2 to 3 years. That was someone that was underage, right? Now, trust me, I'm not taking away the severity of that. But in one of these cases, I don't remember if it was the Virginia woman. I don't remember her name. I just remember it was the name of a state, Virginia. I think that was her. It was found out that she lied to Ghislaine Maxwell about her age so that she could prostitute, because she needed the money and she wouldn't take anybody underage. So what about that? I think we are so busy focusing on adding the conspiracy up to not be a conspiracy theory anymore, to make it actually into conspiracy, that we don't look at all the other evidence that's out there, right? But we have enough evidence that it existed and that it happened that we're sure it happened. I don't need to know anything else. And that doesn't, there's other things to go move your life on about once you get right. And there's so much other shit that's happened. Then yeah, maybe you don't focus on every like minuscule detail that's out there. Who can blame you? But maybe that's where we got it wrong. Now, I have to give my professional perspective here now too, okay? Here's my professional perspective. My professional perspective is that we have an administration right now: Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel. These people are telling you that they have looked at everything and there's nothing there. Donald Trump isn't here to play games with you. We have a very rare time. We have a very rare 4 years of somebody who is going to be 100% transparent with you and truthful. He's hitting you over the head with the truth. That's why the left hates him. That's why the rhinos, the people who were like the uniparty with the Democrats, they hate him too, because they can't handle it. They've coped. They've coped with the culture war on the left. And by you not following along with Donald Trump right now, you're falling into that trap over there with them because you're going to be all by yourself and you're not going to be with the herd moving forward. Donald Trump just culled the herd. He told you that you're a former follower of him if you don't trust what he's giving you right now. Donald Trump has no reason to lie to you right now. He's here to find the truth out and tell it to you. You have to admit that you could be wrong about something you have no dealings with anyway. Have you ever met Epstein or Ghislaine or Trump or anybody? No, you don't know shit. I don't know shit. It just is what it is. It's fine. It's okay to be wrong about this. Even though we have a little bit of evidence of it being correct, maybe that's all that's correct. Maybe it wasn't like this huge child trafficking ring. Not saying that doesn't exist, because clearly that does. 300,000 kids went missing under the Biden administration the past like 4 years. But Ghislaine was locked up during that time. Epstein's been dead. So it wasn't them. So yes, that does exist clearly, because 10,000 of the kids have already been found in this 6-month period, more now. So yeah, you are correct. It does exist. But you are focused on Epstein as if he controlled the whole thing. It seems like Epstein and Maxwell were just pimps. They were just pimping. Just Hollywood pimps. Sex traffickers, 100%. But here's the other thing, right? I'll go back to my personal perspective, because I know that you're going to be disagreeing. A lot of you are going to be disagreeing, and some of you are going to be keeping up with me, right? Here's the other thing. I'm going to make 2 more points. If this shit really did come out just because of the Obama administration's involvement, then yeah, of course you were lied to. The Smith-Mundt Act passed, I thought it was on Christmas, but according to one of my other people that I watch that I completely trust, according to them, it happened on New Year's Eve of 2012. So it's legal to lie to us according to what Obama did in 2012. So yeah, they lied to you. It's okay. That makes it okay. If you were wrong, it's okay. It's not your fault. And it doesn't reduce your credibility at all, because you already got to the bottom of like all this shit already. Like the only reason this is even a big deal is because you made it a big deal the first time. But if you were lied to on like an exaggeration level, it's not your fault, and it doesn't make you lose any credibility because you were right on enough of it. That's where I don't understand why you can't just accept that that's okay and move on and keep up with Trump right now. He's not playing mind games. Now, it does seem like Pam Bondi was kind of toying with you a little bit. Here's a bunch of files. I'll drop them to you. Oh, there's nothing there. But I think you have to like make your mind climb up into that bubble to show you like maybe she's teaching you a lesson a little bit, to just ease it into the general public and be like, hey, there's nothing here. But that's what they're telling you. Now, here's my second point of my personal perspective. This is okay to discuss. This is what I personally, okay, it's not even what I personally think at this point, because that's not accurate. But here's my personal perspective. If the truth is being protected, which I don't think that Trump is doing that. I don't think he's protecting the truth from me. Maybe he is, but I don't think that he is. I trust him. But here's my other personal perspective in case this is what is going on. Okay. If that is what is going on, that means that when they stole the election in 2020, they've had 4 years to make sure that there isn't a piece of dust that you can find in this. President Trump, Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel are all telling you in all 4 layers, there's nothing there. The list is a phone book of contacts. That's it. Not even call records. Just here's the people I have on my call on my phone book. That's what they're telling you exists. That's it. So it sounds like something was taken that existed and it was manufactured and exaggerated into something that it wasn't, according to them. But according to me, if I were to personally guess, if I were to throw my personal opinion out there, which should not reduce my credibility, because I still believe that I believe Trump more than I believe what I'm saying right now. But these are just the different perspectives that exist. And hopefully this perspective just goes away and I'm proven wrong. I'd rather it not be true anyway, right? But I were to guess they stole the election and they had 4 years to clean the whole damn thing up. And there's nothing there. It's completely squeak clean deleted. That's the professional perspective though. The professional perspective is that there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. I can't give you anything. I'm not covering anything up. I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm not protecting you. I'm not playing any games with you. There's literally nothing there. Now, I think there's a massive chance they could have just wiped the whole damn thing clean and there's no trace of anything. That's possible. But that's not what Trump is saying. Trump is saying that Obama made this shit up. I trust what is coming out of Trump's mouth right now. That dude hasn't lied once. He's misdirected a couple of people, but not people like us, not people like me. I'm following in a straight line. I'm keeping up with the dude. And that's why I needed to bring this up, because on the list of priorities, if you have a list of 5 priorities, child trafficking, massive problem. That's a huge problem. Way up on the priority list. But the Epstein case particularly, it's not up there. It's just not. The guy's been dead and the other girl's in prison already. So the child trafficking ring, like I said, they were like a subculture of it. It's not even the whole freaking enchilada. It's like a taco, 2 tacos. Maybe there were some burritos. Maybe they were just a bigger chunk of it. But it's not the whole thing. Something else is beyond that. Like I said, the Biden administration, 300,000 kids went missing. She's in prison. The other dude's dead. What do they have to do with that? Nothing. There's other shit going on. So child trafficking, yes, major priority problem. So are the vaccines. The vaccine thing about causing, 1 in 50 kids get autism now because of this shit? Supposedly, we're getting into the investigation of it, but this is what's coming down the pipeline. Massive priority. Epstein's not up there. But here's what Obama, that's funny. Trump is telling you that Obama exaggerated this shit. He was able to lie to you and cause propaganda to be legal. He can lie to you about anything and not get charged with anything. That's why Trump is saying that he committed treason, not just from this instance. He's basically starting off with this Russia hoax. So if they brought up the Jeffrey Epstein issue, they were releasing the files and there was nothing there. That causes distrust, right? But he's telling you there's nothing there. And he said Obama came up with it and his administration, and they exaggerated the shit out of it. And now he's saying that the Russia hoax, Tulsi Gabbard has the evidence that Obama signed off on it, dates and everything. Signatures there, cold hard evidence. So that means he lied about the Epstein shit. And what else did we just say? Yep. The Russia hoax. That was Obama and Clinton and whoever else, all of them, right? That's like that's a massive priority. That's way above the Epstein shit. We need to focus on this shit. We don't need to worry about Epstein and Maxwell. That's why Trump is telling you. That guy's been dead. She's locked up. It's not a starter. Let it go. Move on. Like, don't forget about it. Let's revisit it. But right now, we got big shit to knock off this plate. We have 3.5 years left of Trump. This is a very rare time. This takes the most acute focus possible right now. We have a very rare time in history to completely turn this country back to the way that it used to be. Something that you can only imagine. You can't even remember what it was like in history because it's so far gone from that now. But we can get that back in a completely different perspective now. But we're there. We have to shift our focus. Let the Epstein shit go. Let's get Obama. He caused all of this anyway. That's a much bigger fish than Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. So far, Maxwell's gotten 4 women to testify, 4 people, and she's in prison. Justice served for 20 years. Who knows how much longer? I'm cool with that. How are you not? Where's that other ring? We'll find that out. The child trafficking ring, don't get me wrong. I'll say it again. Major priority. But it's not Epstein and Maxwell. It's something else. Move on. What is Trump telling you today? Stay focused. They've got you by the balls if you're still focused on this shit. Every post that you look at, where's the Epstein list? The rhinos and the Democrats are trolling you because they know that you won't move on from it. You can't let them keep a thumb on you. Move on. Let's go get Obama. Let's go get him. Follow all the way through. And look, Trump needs, if you want to get Obama, Trump needs your support. That dude fucked this country up so bad. He turned it on you. You don't even realize how bad it actually is because Trump stepped in 2016. He was not supposed to wake you up. I don't know how far back in memory that you need to travel. Maybe if you're older, maybe you saw more and you just knew more. It's probably why you're riding off into the sunset right now. But people my age, no clue. Some of us, for sure. Don't get me wrong. It's not 100%. But people like me, no clue. Woke me all the way up. Because I didn't give a shit about politics, but I was taught that. I didn't give a shit about history. I cared about math and career and science because I was taught that. But they didn't. They kept up with that shit and they taught you not to focus on it so that they could control it and redo this country into a communist and socialist country. If you don't believe that's still in 2025, the communist revolution is still moving forward. It just has no momentum and no traction, only in some small factions like New York City, Minneapolis, major cities, don't get me wrong. But it's a minority now. This is just aftermath and Trump stopping that shit too. Let's focus on things in priority. In my mind, you go from priority 1 down, but that's not what Trump seems like he's doing. Trump's taking you up a list of priorities in layered orders from lower priority up to the highest and then probably going to come back down. I don't really know what his game plan is, but that looks like what he's doing. What is on the top 5 list? What are the top 5 things that you can name? I'm not going to name them for you. You just name them for yourself and you figure out what those priorities are. And that's where you need to shift your mind frame. Let this Epstein shit go. Let it go. Don't even engage in the conversations. Quit talking about it. Let it go. We'll focus on the child trafficking ring later. Huge priority, in my personal opinion. And the other shit. We'll figure it out. Let's go get Obama.